rather than hunting and farming, because we can categorize these things here in a minute, but think about 3 legs of the marketing and sales triangle. So there is inbound marketing, there is outbound marketing, and there is relationship marketing. So generally, when we talk about hunting and farming, hunting is generally considered all the outbound stuff, and farming is considered all the relationship stuff, and maybe a little bit of inbound, but inbound is usually things like, so, I mean, let's get specific. We'll just talk about, this is SEO, this is content, this is blogs, this is videos, right? So these are attraction, right? These are attraction strategies, attract mode. And there's nothing wrong with those. And my recommendation is that you create those, or you already have those, and you leverage those in the service of proactively using them instead of being because ordinarily, if you put, hey, you know what, I've written a couple books and people come to me because of the books. I have a fantastic blog and people read the blog, and then they, when they're ready, they'll call me. Hey, man, I put a lot of time and effort into my YouTube channel. The problem with all of that is this is reactive. So let's talk about the outbound side, right? Outbound is basically intentional relationship building. Going back to the Do It Selling book, I just have that top of the brain because we just popped in there to get, to get Rusty's answer. I call this invitation to a conversation. That's all you're doing. You're not pitching, you're not peddling, you're not pushing, you're not jamming your stuff down people's throats. This is basically invitation to a conversation. And, the scary words around this is prospecting, lead generation, outreach. At one point, I told Teresa, I said, we got to take this word outreach out of our vocabulary because people hate outreach. It's like, do people hate invitations to a conversation? No, I don't think so. That's not that bad. So let's reframe outreach as genuinely invitations to a conversation. The benefit here is this is proactive. And so these are the strategies that we teach in MBA. So interviews as a marketing strategy, asking for air, active 20, prospecting, board prospecting in reverse, trigger events, right? Best of the best are the ones who invest. So targeting the best companies list, the best companies in Seattle, the best companies in San Francisco, the best companies in Las Vegas, 20 under 20, 30 under 30, 40 under 40, CFO of the year, CMO of the year, you get the idea. So all of these things are, you're choosing your prospects. So that's the main key here, is that when you think about it, here, you're trusting that the right people maybe someday at some point in time will find you and will proactively reach out to you. Here, because it's proactive, you're choosing who you want to interview. You're selecting very carefully and researching who you're asking for air conversations with. You are hand selecting your active 20 based on research, relevance, and who you want to build a relationship with, not who you want to sell something to today, but who do you want to get on their radar as a trusted advisor, as a trusted resource. Same with board prospecting in reverse, same with trigger events, and the same with the best of the best are the ones who invest. Now, that's all great. Here's where farming comes into place. Farming, of course, being green. Farming is, I love farming. Farming is awesome. I just can't grow the vegetables fast enough. Someone said, I think Sarah or Rusty, you said, hey, it's kind of slow. It's comfortable, it's great, it's awesome, but it's kind of slow. So what's relationship? Relationship is word of mouth. Relationship is referrals. Relationship is partnerships. Right? We have the whole ecosystem training inside MBA. That's ecosystem. Right? Fishing holes. Sorry, Sarah, what's that?
Networking.
Networking, totally. Thank you. It's also going to conferences. Not just speaking at conferences, but attending conferences, right? Serving on boards, serving on trade and professional association boards, or serving on the industry trade association boards of your target industry. So board service, right? This is all great, but it is a longer, slower process, and it's also reactive. So, and so people say, okay, can I do a couple from relationship? The answer is absolutely. Can I do a couple from inbound? The answer is absolutely. Can I just skip the outbound? Answer is no. So if you say, hey, listen, crazy David Newman person, I love you. I get it. I am awesome at partnerships. My clients refer me all the time because I'm kind of amazing. I know the right fishing holes, happy to hang out there, be of value, be of service, and I'm willing to establish some ecosystem partnerships. So what if I do those four? And man, oh man, I have an amazing LinkedIn newsletter. I got content out the wazoo, and I got a pretty nice blog going. Is that enough? Will that feed me and my family? The answer is no. That will not. And you know this, and it's probably part of the reason that you're here is because inbound hasn't gotten you the quality and the quantity of the leads and the projects and the sales that you want. Relationship marketing has not gotten you the quantity and quality of leads and prospects and sales that you want. So I would recommend doing a couple of these things, right? So it's totally okay to have a mix. What most people do is when I lay out inbound, outbound relationship, they take a big, huge sigh of relief and go, oh, okay, good. Right here. I'm going to set up camp right here. We're going to pretend this doesn't exist. No. That's ugly. That's scary. That's bad. I am going to, just call me Farmer Green Jeans. I'm going to live right here. I'm Farmer Green Jeans. And that's too slow. It's too random. It's too reactive. And I also want to bring something else to your attention. Imagine if you added value and relevance and relationship to these folks by sharing some of these things. So all of these things are totally, ammunition and bait, depending if you like, hunting or fishing. But it's resources that you can deploy in the service of some of these high touch, trusted advisor style outbound strategies. And, these will come when they come. And God bless you. Referrals are awesome, but you don't need to be an MBA if you're just going to live off referrals because you have no control over referrals. Partnerships and ecosystems, those look like they're nice and friendly, but guess what? You got to reach out to the ecosystems and the partners. It's a different kind of thing, right? Because you're looking to say, hey, how can I help you? How can you help me? Are there situations where my client has a need for what you do? Your client has a need for what I do? But those are still, a couple of these are really outbound in disguise. So they might be more comfortable. And I would simply just cap this off by saying this and this, I'm willing to give you this. They're necessary. They're important. They're necessary, but they're not sufficient. And you have to do just a couple of these. You don't need to do all of them. No one needs to do all of them. You do all of them, you start making yourself nuts again. But do a couple of these, 2 or 3 of these, to supplement and complement your choices here and your choices here. And that's where we start to see the level and the cadence of success that we're seeing in MBA with folks closing $50,000 deals, $150,000 deals, et cetera, et cetera.